Good to meet all of you again. Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes, sister. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
So today we will read Baba's Murli, Avyakt Murli. Baba spoke this Murli for the first time on 8th of January 1982. And Baba is addressing the London family, but definitely all these pointers apply to us too. So we'll be London Nivasi for this Murli today. Baba says, today, Baba has especially come to celebrate a meeting with the children who reside in London. In fact, everyone is constantly loved by BapDada. Everyone receives special chance of a meeting. However, today, Baba has especially come to meet the residents of London. Children who reside in London give their cooperation in service with their heart and soul, and with a lot of love from deep in their heart, and will continue to give this cooperation. I'm sure that applies to all of us. Each of you pay good attention to your own flying stage. Of course, all are number-wise, but nevertheless, your speed of effort is good. And so it happened to be a bird flew into the diamond hall. This was in Diamond Hall, right? I think this was Om Shanti Bhavan. 1982. Yeah, it's not Diamond Hall yet. It's Om Shanti Bhavan. All of you become very happy to see the bird flying. In the same way, your own flying stage is also lovely. When you fly, you are free. You are totally independent. Such level of independence when Baba is talking here. It's not so much physically also, but more so emotionally, mentally, and that state of independency. But when you come down, instead of flying, you come into bondage. To have the flying stage means to be free from bondage and accurately linked in yoga. So, what do you residents of London think? You do have the flying stage, do you not? You don't come down, do you? Even if you do come down, it is only to take up those who are down below and make them fly with you. Otherwise, you don't come down. So Baba is telling our awareness when we are very physically, present here. Baba says it's only for service, not for indulgence. When a soul, flying state is a tapasvi state where there is no desires are pulling. Everything feels, जैसे क्या कहते हैं in Hindi, रस नहीं है, there is no, you don't feel you need this, you need that. It is everything is fine. I am simple. I don't need anything. that detached state, that is like a flying stage. The soul is so light within that nothing affects the soul, nothing attracts the soul, nothing pulls the soul. Baba says, to have flying stage means to be free from bondage and accurately linked in yoga. So what do you residents of London think? You do have the flying stage, do you not? You don't come down, do you? Otherwise, you don't come down. Do you have the practice of coming down to serve those who are down below, to encourage them and give them enthusiasm, and then go up again? What do you think? The group of the London residents is constantly beyond the attraction of the physical body and the physical world, and constantly loved by Baba. This is known as being like a lotus flower. Whilst living there for the sake of service, you remain loving and detached. Therefore, this is a loving and detached group, is it not? London has a connection with all the centers abroad. We get our Murlis. We used to get our Murlis from London. I remember being there in Pandabhavan for Baba's Milan in the early 80s. And, back then we didn't have, you can't take Murlis home. You don't get Murli packets. There were no Murlis online. If you don't go to the center, you miss it. And then I would call the center just to get a few points before I would, go to my school, college, and so we get a lot of news from London. And Dadi Janki would come often to Malaysia. A lot of the seniors, they would come often to Malaysia. So Baba is saying here, you London residents have become the foundation of this tree of service. If the foundation is weak, then the whole tree becomes weak. This is why you who are the foundation must constantly pay attention to yourself and remain aware of your responsibility for service. Generally, everyone is responsible for self-service and world service. The other day, Baba told you that each one has to wear this crown of responsibility. Nevertheless, today, Baba is especially drawing the attention of you children who reside in London to this. So, Baba is drawing our attention also, crown of responsibility. We have to make sure that that crown is not too heavy, that we can't take up and it feels like a burden. This crown of responsibility constantly makes you double light. It is not a crown with a burden. It is one that finishes all types of burden. You have experienced that when you remain busy in all types of service with your body, mind, and wealth, and through your thoughts, words, and actions, you can easily conquer Maya and become a conqueror of the world. You easily and naturally forget the consciousness of the body. For us is Sunday here. So today also Baba spoke about Farishta stage. At the soul stage, incorporeal stage, the soul form, and the Farishta form. angelic form. And also Baba spoke today about self-respect. Yeah? The garland of self-respect. Baba made us, today Baba gave us a homework, making 2 lists. One is the list of what are all the subtle attachments that is still holding on to us. And second, making the list of self-respect. And then Baba did the drill today, right? The seed stage, the soul stage, and the angelic stage. So here Baba is saying, you easily and naturally forget the consciousness of the body. You don't need to labor for that. You do experience this, do you not? At the time of doing service, you don't think of anything else except Baba and Seva. Right? Today Baba says Mehnat and Mohabbat. Both cannot coexist. When there is Mehnat, effort, labor, there is no Mohabbat. There is no love. When there is love, there is no labor. You continue to dance in happiness. Therefore, this crown of responsibility is light, is it not? It makes you light, does it not? This is why BapDada is especially reminding all the children of their title of spiritual service. Spiritual service. In yesterday's Murli, Baba said, we are all godly servants. Baba says, if we keep this thought that we are all godly servants, then we won't have arrogance. You'll have humility. So here Baba is telling your title is spiritual service. Even BapDada comes here as the spiritual server. So Baba's form is also the form of the children. So are all you double foreigners wearing your crown? Crown of responsibility. You are constantly spiritual service like Baba. As soon as you open your eyes, you celebrate a meeting and become present on the field of service. Service begins with good morning. Okay? We have to say how many of us, as soon as we wake up, we say good morning to Baba, or we look at the clock, oh, I am late. Oh, let me sleep a bit longer. Service begins with good morning. And there is nothing but service till you say good night. Just as you are constant yogis, in the same way, you are constant spiritual service. Even when you do physical service, you are filling souls with the power of spirituality. So Baba is not talking about task. Baba says no matter whatever the task is, it's the consciousness. Even when you do physical service, you are filling souls with the power of spirituality. Because together with doing physical service, you are also doing service through the mind. That is always a vibration, no matter what we do. Therefore, spiritual service is merged in physical service. When you prepare food, you fill that food with the power of spirituality. This is how it becomes Brahma Bhojan. It becomes pure food. It becomes like prasad, food offered to God. Therefore, spiritual service is merged in physical service. This is the way you become constant service and constant conquerors of Maya. You become destroyers of obstacles. So what are you, residents of London? And Baba says, constant service. So we are all constant service till our last breath. Maya doesn't come to London, does she? Or is Maya like London too? Acha. It's actually a pretty short Murli, so we'll just read a little more of the sentences and then we'll keep the other half for tomorrow. So let's continue. Baba says, what do you residents of London want to do now? London has very good jewels. They have gone to many different places. London is you can say the headquarter of overseas. Generally, all the centers abroad have been opened by one being inspired by another. Someone opens a center somewhere, and then someone from that place will open another center, and so on. How many centers are there now in total? So at that time it was 50. Of course, now there's many. In fact, the brother that opened the center in Malaysia, he took his gyan from London to. It was actually a Chinese brother. I think it was in the late 70s. He opened the center in Malaysia. And then, of course, over a period of time, then, after he left body, then different souls came. And of course, Miraben, then she came. Miraben is one of our coordinators. She oversees the centers in the Southeast Asia. So that brother, I remember the Chinese brother. So Baba says here, so London is the foundation of 50 places. So the tree has become beautiful, has it not? A tree that has 50 branches and twigs is very beautiful. Therefore, the foreign tree has grown very large and fruitful. BapDada is pleased to see the zeal and enthusiasm that all the children, not just London residents, have for service. Abroad, they have very deep love for this. The love that they have for yad, remembrance, and seva is very good there. However, there is just one thing, which is that you very quickly become afraid of small forms of Maya. Just as some Brahmins in India are afraid of mice and cockroaches, you foreign children become afraid of these small forms of Maya. You consider something very small to be big, when in fact it is nothing. You consider paper lion to be real lion. Although you have so much love, the sanskara of becoming afraid also emerges on the field to the same extent. So do you want to proceed a bit more or should we stop here? What do you think? It's actually a very interesting Murli, but I'm asking the family here, do you want to proceed further or should we?
Let's stop here and then we can continue tomorrow, sister.
Yeah, okay. So I put a tick here, actually. So what do you think about the Murli? What did you feel? What touched you from the Murli today?
So we'll take a minute silence, sister, before we come
Acha,
back for turning.
acha, sure. Shanti.
So I personally like the analogy what Baba says that how some Brahmins in India are fearful of cockroaches. Baba is actually pointing out how fearful at times are we about Maya. That is, that comes in only when we forget that Baba is with us. So
Else, what else touched? Anyone want to share?
One point, sister, that I like this, Baba said, to have a flying stage means to be free from any sort of advantage, and it is accurately linked in yoga, Baba says. And Baba said this point when that bird flew into the hall. So, I mean, so it was really nice that when the bird flew in and Baba, connected the point with that, use that situation also to transform it to uh, a sharp point, right? Okay, thank you.
Anyone else?
Baba also mentioned about how London became the headquarter for all foreign sevas. And then Baba brings across to us about how 50 different branches plant would look. And I was just imagining right from the beginning of the Yagya till now, if you look at it, there are so many branches, so many different varieties of Brahmins around. And I'm sure most of the countries we will come across the Brahmin family. So how does
Yeah.
it expansion looks like and how beautiful it is with different kinds of colors of flowers and also different kind of specialities that comes in. So like today you shared with us that the brother who set up the Malaysia center came from London. Now
Yeah.
that was good to know. And then that again was a Chinese. So if we look at it, I remember a year or two back we had Sapna Ben from China taking us through the master class. And the kind of service that happens in China is in absolutely people don't even know about Brahma Kumaris there, but how subtly the service happens is what she explained. And then we see a brother from China setting up the whole Malaysia tree. So
Yeah.
it's
In the
really a
beginning,
wonder to look at it.
yeah, definitely it's a wonder. We are coming from a Hindu background, so we can definitely connect to, some of the customs and the traditions that Baba's teaching is kind of very much it's not new for us. Yeah, maybe some of the philosophies may seem new, but it's very easy for us to connect. But someone who is completely from a different religion, from a different custom, culture, how did they connect? How did Baba pull their intellect? How did Baba touch them? I asked one of the senior, what is the difference between faith and trust? Nischay and Vishwas. Is there a difference? And what the senior shared was very, very touching, very, very beautiful. When we first come to Baba, understanding the Gyan, experiencing Baba, it's a gradual, our intellect gradually opens up. But at least at that time, nischay baith jata hai. Nischay, there is some faith that sits in us that yes, this is something is here. Yes, this is God and I belong to God. And then gradually, the nischay becomes firm. So there's a percentage to the faith. But the nischay increases only through practice, not just listening to Gyan, but through dharana. And Nischay, you see more evidence in life by following what Baba is sharing. And then when the Nischay gradually becomes firm, then it becomes 100%. Then it becomes Vishwas, trust. And that is, we say Atut Vishwas, unbroken trust. When it becomes a form of trust, then there is no turning back. It doesn't break. We've had enough experiences, enough evidence in our life that we create such a strong trust, a conviction. It becomes a conviction, and that never changes. So in Murli, Baba always talks about Nischay, faith, and then Nischint, and then Nasha. In today's Murli it's Sunday's Murli here. Baba spoke about Nischay and Nasha, faith and intoxication. Because Baba want our Nischay to go deep, to such an extent that it becomes an unbroken trust. Then no one and no situation can ever shake that trust, can ever break that trust. I've reached to that point. It was a very beautiful analogy, what the senior was sharing. And then Baba spoke about spiritual service embedded in the physical service. So it's a simultaneous service, not that I make it two separate things. I think Rakiban, you wanted to share something. Did you unmute
Yeah,
to share?
when you were actually giving the difference between faith and trust, I remember once in this class only we were having a discussion on faith and trust. And one example that one of the sister gave was example of a little child where the father is blowing him, no, playing with the child, throwing him off in the air and getting him back. Now that whole process is depicting faith and trust. The child is laughing, he's giggling. He knows he's in air. If his father doesn't pick up, he'll go down. But yet the child is so safeguarded and he knows that my father is there down and he is happy getting himself flown up in the sky and coming back in the hands of the father. So that's exactly what faith and trust is.
Yeah. And another example, or just a sharing, from my from myself, from my experiences, and then of course, you're all welcome to share your experiences or what's your takeaway point from the Murli that we just had. So recently we had Sister Jenna from Washington, D.C. I don't know if you know her. So Jenna Ben came. She had a program here in Los Angeles. So she came and she stayed with us for a week. So some of her contact souls, she invited them to Bob's house. And they came, and some of them were, because Los Angeles is the land of Hollywood. Well, most of the Hollywood celebrities are all just here in Los Angeles, and we have Beverly Hills, which is like, say, 20 minutes drive away from Baba's house. So some of them, they came, and one of the lady that came, she was a psychic, and I didn't know that. And she came and she was a psychic. So obviously, you have a tendency to observe the energies, and that's her profession. So then she was giving like some sharing, some psychic reading to some of the souls. We were sitting, I think we were 10 of us, including her guest. I think there was about 6 of them. And then we were 4 BKs, myself, Jenna Ben, Geeta Ben, and there's another sister, Sneha Ben. So I think we were there. Now, I think Sneha Ben wasn't there anyways. And so the psychic sister was sharing. And then and people were asking, oh, what's my future's gonna be like? And how is this gonna be? How's the politics gonna be? I'm sure all of you must have heard our Trump brother has taken over the administration here. So a lot of drastic changes are happening here. It's a very mixed reaction in the air here. It's a lot of anger or disappointment or joy. And so anyhow, a lot of things happening in the US right now. And then just, I was just thinking. So she observed, the energy, and she was saying, oh, sister, you are protected. There's a powerful energy protecting you, and there's so many incoming energies trying to attack you, but there is just a powerful energy around that's protecting you. So I just said, of course, God is with me. And then after that, when I was in the shower, so I get a lot of ideas, a lot of, touching, Baba's touching or anything, it always happens in the shower. And at that time, I was having this thought, sometimes I doubt myself, oh, will this happen? Will I be able to reach this stage? Will I be consistent in this? There's sometimes that doubt comes. And then other times I feel, no, okay, you're doing fine. So back and forth, the doubt happens. And then at that time, I was having this thought, say a mother, the child is doing its best. And if the mother is having double thoughts, or this child will make it, and then if the mother feels, oh, what will happen to this child? What will happen to my child? Will this child make it? What will the future be like? Look at this child right now is stumbling. If we continue stumbling, what will happen in the future? What will the child feel if the mother herself don't have that trust in the child? Obviously, the child himself is not able to progress. So then I felt I am a mother to my inner child. I need to first have that trust. No matter what happens, I will be there. I will make it. And if I carry this trust in me and keep reminding this child inside me every time, then this child inside me will eventually get there, rather than me having doubts. And then after that, in Amritwala, I said, okay, Baba, I'll be a good mother to me. And I will constantly keep that vision, that thought that I am, that I'll make it. And so what I started doing here in Zoom every day, I conduct, Amrit Vela, give Drishti 4 to 5. And so, there are a lot of students, some students come to Baba's house, and of course, majority are on Zoom. So what I do is I kept Baba's picture in front of me, and I kept a picture of Lakshmi. And it's like I'm giving Drishti to Lakshmi, and I'm taking Drishti from Baba, and I'm telling myself, this is you. You're getting there. This is you. Look at how royal you are. Look at how sweet you are. And yet you have such power. So I keep talking to myself. I said, I'm becoming you. I am becoming you. I'm becoming you. Every day for Amrit Vela, I started doing. And then I realized I'm telling to my child, this is you. This is you. And even if you make one mistake or two mistakes, it still doesn't change the fact that this is you. So it's, when you keep telling this is me, this is me, this is me, eventually that becomes your destiny. Instead of क्या होगा, क्या बनूंगी, मैं ये बन रही हूँ, I'm becoming this. No, this is me. No other thoughts. No what if, this is me. And eventually we'll get there. Someone is sharing something. So spiritual service is merged in physical service. Sada Sevadari, Sada Mayajit, and Sada Vignajit. Yes. And that is why Baba keeps telling, don't labor, but have love. The love for the self and the love for Baba makes everything seems it's okay. Ho jaye, it will happen. It's fine. And sometimes, especially for me, I'm talking on my, about on my behalf, that I'm someone who likes to plan ahead and even sometimes think so deep into the future and start planning for now. And then I realized, I will plan what needs to be done, I will do, but any situation that's going to come, just the way right now Baba's with me, Baba's giving me answers. When I get there, when the situation comes, again Baba will give me answers. Again I will pass it. So I don't have to break my head now. Us time, us gadi, Baba batayega. That moment, that second, Baba will guide. So the word that the psychic told me, it sort of stamped me even further, just stamped. Yes, Baba's there. Whatever happened, the whole house breaks down or whatever happens, us time bhi Baba guide karega. So in this sense, we don't have to labor too much. We don't need to try to create a result that we want to see, but rather, Baba, what is the result you want to see? What is it that you want? Guide me. I am ready. I'll do what you want, not what I want. Someone else is sharing again. Prepare food with the power of spirituality. It will become Brahma Bhojan. Yes. Is there anyone else who wants to share? Yes. This is the Girija. I must constantly be attentive to myself and fix my responsibility for service to others. Yes. Anyone else? No? Did,
Om Shanti, sister.
yes.
Good morning.
Om Shanti. Morning. Morning.
Baba says today about Maya. Actually, the cockroaches. Baba explaining Indians usually they are afraid of cockroaches. Actually, cockroaches are not harmful. It's never bite. It's not poisonous. But most of the times we feel that Maya is very harmful. It bites. It's poisonous. So today I understood in that sense, Maya is not harmful. Maya is not strong than Baba and not more than Brahmins. Most of the times we're scared of Maya and we feel that we are weaker than Maya. But Maya like paper tiger and Maya is not a poisonous, it's not harmful, it's not strong at all. Like cockroach. Only cockroach appearance is bit, it's very scary. That's it. But in that way, we need to face Maya. Maya is nothing in front of us because Baba is with us. So cockroaches is only, it's not harmful. It's only scary. So that's the reason we shouldn't get scared for Maya. In that way, I took the point today. Thank you.
Cockroaches. Don't worry, people in abroad are also afraid of cockroaches.
Om Shanti
Anyone?
Bini.
Yes. Shanti.
I'm still over here in the US waiting to see you. I'm not able to. Okay. When Baba, when you were talking, you were speaking about that service and your constant thing for service, looking out to serve people. That is all your experience. I was just thinking what Baba mentioned in the Avyakt Murli yesterday. First of all, I think Baba puts you on the crown of his head. Because if you remember in the Murli, Baba says Baba regards his children higher than him. I want to know whether Baba regards you higher than him or you feel yourself in his heart. Where do you place him? See, there are two places. One is higher than him, places you as a crown on his head. Or do you like to be a small little thing in his heart? See, both have got their spaces. High on the head means kuch gyani tu atma or Baba saying you can do this, you can do that, you can give everyone the post. But close to the heart, I have a feeling when the way you share about Baba, about all that, maybe you're close to his heart. So it's just out of curiosity, I just wanted to know what was that thing which really touched you? Because otherwise, I know Baba speaks about constant sevadari, and you told me now you have attention to yourself also. You see the child in yourself before seeing the child in others. So, where is your place? On the crown of his head or in the heart? If you can just share.
Definitely. I've never thought about head or the heart, but of course, everything starts with the heart. The person that you really love the most is the one that you will prioritize in life. So everything will start with heart, and it's Baba's humility to say that every time when Baba says, "I'm your servant, you are the crown of my head, and you're the jewel in my eyes," it just shows Baba's humility. Of course, in reality, none of us can surpass Baba, but for Baba to come to that level, that means how much we are deeply in Baba's heart. And just the two sentences came. One is, in Baba's family, Baba's children can be of two types. One, dharna wale, the one who is very pakka in dharna, in discipline. Baba searches, Baba's eyes looks for those souls. And why I was sharing this, I remember one time, Dadi Prakashmani, she said that, during the Sakar days. So how, I think this happened in the history hall. So how everyone would sit around Baba, and then the big cushion, Baba and Mama would be there. So everyone, Dadi Prakashmani, she would sit right in front of Baba on the floor. There were no chairs, sofas at that time. And there was one day she was doing, some karma yoga, and she got a bit delayed. So when, of course, Baba's class started, the Murli class started. So she came, and by then, people took the front sittings. So she came and she sat behind, and Baba's eyes was looking for her, and she felt it. Of course, Baba cannot tell to the child in front, you sit behind and let Dadi come in the front. Then that child will feel, Baba, why don't you love me? Baba didn't say anything. Baba just continued the Murli. But Dadi felt it. Baba was looking for her. After the class, Baba went to his room. Dadi came to Baba's room, the meditation room right now, one of the 4 pilgrimage place in Madhuban. And she said, Baba, I'm so sorry. I will never, ever be late again. And then Baba said, सब बाबा को ढूंढते हैं और बाबा उस बच्चे को ढूंढते हैं जो धारणा वाले. And then, of course, there are bhavna wale bache. They may not have that depth of gyan or dharana, but they have a lot of bhavana to serve yajna. When you ask them for help, they're always there, but you may not see them in classes every day. They may not have maybe the diet restrictions that we practice, but bhavna wale. So Baba says, bhavna wale atma बाबा को देखते हैं, धारणा वाले आत्मा बाबा उनको देखते हैं, बाबा उनको ढूंढते हैं. So that point really captured. I remembered that story after so many years, and I was reading one Murli. Then I asked Baba, "Do you look for me? Is my dharana to that level where your eyes fall on me?" And I told Baba, I don't need anything in life. All I need is a good stage, a consistent stage. I don't need. But for so many months, I was saying, Baba, we need a new center. अब तो मैं वो भी नहीं कह रही हूँ. I said मैंने वो भी बंद कर दिया. मैंने बोला बाबा जब आपको देना है बस दे दो. When you want to give तब आप देना. लेकिन मैं पूछूंगी नहीं. अभी वो भी बंद. I said बाबा खाली एक स्थिति चाहिए बस बाकी कुछ नहीं. So फिर वही when Baba says, ऐसी आत्मा, when I keep Baba as a full priority in my life, everything and everything connects with Baba. Everything starts with Baba and ends with Baba. You will feel that Baba is also prioritizing you in many ways. So that is like Baba ऐसे बच्चों को ढूंढते हैं जो बाबा को हमेशा पकड़ कर रखते हैं.
Om Shanti.
The reason is, just once again, I'll just finish this. The reason why I asked you is, if you want to, if you read yesterday's Murli, I mean the Sunday Murli, very clearly Baba has said, if the Shaktis have to be revealed, only when the people see Shaktis over there, will the final moments come. So for this Murli, I really wanted to be the crown on his head. Because in that Murli, Baba had given us Shaktis have to be revealed. So I was thinking if I just sit and in Baba's heart and all like that, it's not going to do. So probably that's why Baba said, it's now please come out of the heart. Better go and do the job. I think that's why the crown on his head, if you see Shaktis will be revealed. Like that, they say, no, the stage has to come. So I cannot go and say, hello, Baba has come. So I have to be a crown on his head, sit on the top of his head. That's why I wanted to ask you. I think we have to take position according to the need of the moment. Thank you, sister.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Om Shanti.
Happy.
Om Shanti. Actually, neither Baba has got head, neither Baba has got heart. It's all the things, it's a metaphor used that I am in the heart of Baba. भक्त से मैं बाबा के चरणों में हूँ. And Baba keeps us in our head. Basically what happens when you start the bhavana, you have the bhavana, you have the dedication, as it is in bhakti. You feel that you are in charan. At that time, you are not aware that who Baba is. Although in bhakti also they say, Tvameva Mata Pita Bandhu Sakha, but they don't realize. When you start realizing it, you will find yourself in his heart. Because माँ बहुत प्यारी होती है. मैं बाबा के दिल के दुलारे हूँ. And with that, आंखों के तारे भी हूँ. And what happens, how we come in the heart of Baba. It's a mapping also, how we can map it. See the letter, heart, H-E-A-R-T, right? H. If we are honest with Baba, honest with that means if we have got transparency in our life, very honest approach. E, is embodiment of knowledge, Gyan Sarup and Gyan Murt. A, adorned with divine virtues. R, Ruhani, responsible, reliable. And T, the proper transformation what Baba wants. Self-transformation. If we do it, we will find ourselves always in Baba's heart. बाबा ऐसे बच्चों को रखता नहीं, हम स्वयं वहां पहुंच जाते हैं as we become dharna swarup and bhavana swarup, because only dharna you cannot be in Baba's heart. Bhavana is also required. So Baba sometimes says that बहुत बच्चे भावना खत्म करते, सिर्फ धारणा है, तो फिर वो बाबा पर वो निश्चय बुद्धि नहीं है. भावना होगा तभी निश्चय बुद्धि होगा. Because when they say dharna and when they say only ज्ञान, ऐसा होता है तो ऐसा होता है, ऐसा होता है तो ऐसा होता है, फिर निश्चय बुद्धि खत्म हो जाता है. भावना और धारणा दोनों जब मिलेगा, both will combine, that will create a निश्चय बुद्धि, and that will create the real मोहब्बत with Baba. Baba doesn't want any mathematics. भक्ts do mathematics. ये हो जाएगा तो इतना रुपया चढ़ाएंगे तो इतना रुपया चढ़ाएंगे. It is only मोहब्बत. And when it is mohabbat, even a Lokik father keeps the child on the head. That Baba always does. बच्चे मैं तुमको अपने ऊपर भी रख लेता हूँ. Why? Because I love you. You love me. And in that love, what you do? अपना सर्वस्व मुझे अर्पण कर देते हो. तो जो बच्चा सब कुछ दे दिया, तो in love, Baba keeps me on the head. मतलब अपने से भी बाबा ऊंचा स्थान दे रहा है. That it is in their Murli also. कि बाबा अपने ऊंचा स्थान दे रहा है. मुकुट मतलब अपने से भी ऊंचा मान दे रहा है बाबा. If you'll give man to Baba's words and follow his Srimad, Baba will give man to us. You'll keep on the head. That's just a metaphor, basically.
Wonderful.
Yes. Om Shanti.
Wonderful. Wonderful. See how much when Brahmins join together, when we brainstorm, yeah, what is Murli, it's very deep and deep. Very good. Cha. Lucky Ben, what time?
Short meditation.
You play a song?
Do you want to run through a short commentary?
Acha. So let us sit back, keeping this body relaxed. And bring the focus to within us. And imagine Baba standing in front of us. And as we look into Baba's eyes, Baba is giving so much love and so much respect. And I feel Baba is proud of me, proud of who I am. And that is why Baba chose me. And I'll just take a few moments and share with Baba, what is it that I appreciate about me Baba appreciates me fully. But what is it that I appreciate about me? Take a few moments and share it with Baba. And as you share, Baba is giving so much power. And Baba says, you are so much more than you even realize. And Baba will do so much wonder through you. Let me keep this in my mind. I am combined with Baba. Baba is combined with me. In everything that I do, Baba is there. Every thought that I create and the words that I speak, Baba is there. Always there. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Vinuben. Thank you, Divine
Thank you.
Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a beautiful day.